Hello, my name's Richard, and welcome to a writing vlog, question mark. I've tried to make this video like 4 times, 5 times if you count the times I tried to film this and it was hideously out of focus. It's gone through a lot of iterations. Let me see here. Iteration 1, imploding the mystery boxes of The Force Awakens. Still gonna talk about the Disney trilogy at some point. There's just a lot of like context around it I have to set up. The Batman's inability to pay off suspense. Why that movie feels like it never ends. I even considered an in-depth review and cultural analysis of the new Taylor Swift album. It was fine. I knew I wanted to talk about the book at some point, but I figure I should at least, figure out how to spell the name first. But as I was watching YouTube one day, killing time, as I usually do, minutes before complaining that I have no time, the most strange thing suddenly happened. I'm watching a video and minding my own business, and all of a sudden I see the recommended YouTube channel News and Jobs Alerts. Dear God, I must be the prettiest belle at the ball because I have never felt so catered to. So then, iteration 2 just became an extended rant on the current state of YouTube. And truth be told, honesty. I think it scared me a little, seeing that. I remember my grandfather turning on Fox News the moment he got home from work, turning it off the moment he went to bed, and turning it on the moment he got up the next morning. And it didn't turn off until he left for work. That man could sit in front of the TV and consume 18 hours of Fox News on a good Saturday. And here I am, consuming 18 hours of YouTube on a Saturday. I suppose sitting in front of a tablet, not a TV, but 6 of one, half dozen of the other, I suppose. It scared me. And I've slowly watched this creeping content as the things that I watch on YouTube and the things being recommended to me, namely, have slowly shifted from being big channels with premises and ideas to being, well, news and jobs alerts. I feel like I've watched my thoughts slowly becoming more extreme with time, as instead of taking in new information, reacting to new stimuli, I just sit in the same little media bubble. My own thoughts just continuously fold in on themselves until I'm willing to buy proceedingly more and more extreme versions of the thing I came to YouTube to learn about in the first place. And right alongside that, recommended to me every day, is the same video after video. 20% conspiracy theories, 80% stock footage, all being churned out of a basement in Florida, or by a Russian bot. And all of it brought to you by the cool, refreshing taste of Raid Shadow Legends. And man, fuck, I don't know. So, where does that leave us now? Where exactly am I headed with this? Man, I don't know. I just know I can't talk about the book until I finish the damn name. So where was I while my grandfather was binge-watching The O'Reilly Factor? I was being the young, precocious boy that I was. Precocious, of course, being adult speak for lonely. With my nose firmly planted in a book. Now my nose remains firmly planted on a screen, watching men on black backgrounds tell me how much women hate me. But it's okay. There's always someone willing to sell you the secrets to changing that. He's in a video standing in front of a rented Bugatti, willing to show you those secrets if you just pay to join his Discord. Not to mention, so many secrets the feds don't want me to know, and endless Reddit conspiracy theories. And Courtney Ryan, don't worry if you don't recognize the name. It's quite possible you've actually seen her content before, but just not looked at her name. Or her eyes. So I guess the question is then, what would that little precocious scamp be doing if he were sitting here right now? All right, so definitely gonna go with the 2 R's, but no W because it makes it way too long. Welcome to Barrowstadt, bastion of humanity, city beneath the cracked sands. Living in the remains of a long-dead Hatolus tree whose branches once reached up into the sky has left humanity with 2 things in abundance: a lot of coal and room for expansion. And they'll need all the black powder they can craft because a long way away, on the other side of a planet, is a living Hatolus tree. And beneath that, the city of Bakina, roost of the vampire menace who must be purged. Or at least, that's what the humans tell themselves. And honestly, it's hard to really say that they're wrong when there's constant attacks by the undead and kidnappings to swell their numbers. Our protagonist, Anna, subject to change, is a young vampire from Bakina, a fresh spawn with little concept of the outside world. And this will certainly make it all the more earth-shattering when she suddenly finds herself in the bastion of humanity. Only 6,000 words down, 90,000 to go. Oh God. It's the price of being an artist, I guess. This is what I signed up for. I've been thinking a lot about cycles lately, which is definitely one of the more pretentious things I've ever said. I don't know, sometimes it feels like you need a really strong left turn to break out. And right now I need one hell of a left turn. Trying to do something different, trying to do something, I don't know, just trying to do something that I feel like matters, you know? I don't know. What do you know? You're a camera. Two books helped me out a lot while I was ruminating on all of this. One was Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. I know that's sort of become the eat, pray, love of cisgendered straight men, but it's helped me a lot to figure out how I want to live, even if it's not a one-to-one, and how I want to exist. It gives me the idea of how to define those things in my life and how to go about creating a life that I can be happy with. Not to support this side or that in chariot racing, this fighter or that in the games. To put up with discomfort and not make demands. To do my own work, mind my own business, and have no time for slanderers. Better advice on manhood than you'll get on YouTube. And this is 1,800 years old. The second is Ray Bradbury's Zen and the Art of Writing, which is a collection of essays that he wrote over the course of several decades. It's a great read if you're someone with an artistic sensibility, which I feel like, to some extent is all of us. All of us have that something that, that just wants to... That mode of expression that we particularly drift toward, How long has it been since you wrote a story where your real love or your real hatred somehow got onto the paper? When was the last time you dared release a cherished prejudice so it slammed the page like a lightning bolt? What are the best things and the worst things in your life? And when are you going to get around to whispering or shouting them? When are you going to get around to it? When are you going to get around to it? When are you going to get around to it? So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Or didn't. It's not really a super fun one, I guess. But I've lost friends to the rabbit hole of conspiracy, of hatred that you find that a lot of young men especially find themselves on these days. It's a really tragic thing. And if I can put this out there, and if it can convince one person to avoid that path, or to try something new, or take their own left turn, that's a net positive, right? That's a gain. That's a plus in the world. That's me leaving something out there that is that's good, I guess. I don't know. It's just I want the atmosphere that young men are growing up in to be better than this. You know, like I want something more than this to offer them. I want the world to have something to offer young men other than a pathway to hatred. You know, like it's. I want there to be something more out there.